Thank you very much, Glenn, for the brief introduction, right to the point. To President Faust, Dr. Gates, to all of the marvelous attendees here, every one of them distinguished, it's my absolute joy to be in the presence of so many distinguished and deserving honorees, and to have the assignment of presenting the Du Bois Medal to John Lewis. John Lewis has been a pillar of the civil rights struggle since the 1960s, when he placed his body as a sacrifice to the cause on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. He's been a pillar, indeed the conscience of the Congress in the United States House of Representatives since 1987, on health care, on civil and human rights, on foreign policy, on welfare reform, on economic justice. He has been a voice of reason, of kindness, of compassion, of decency for his district in Georgia, but for all of us who hunger for that kind of leadership. He's been honored so many times that many will say, and he'd be the first of them, that it's all been said. I have to tell you, as someone who is in politics, and indeed for many people who follow politics, you might be struck by and maybe dispirited by the overwhelming cynicism that you see time and time again. As a relative newcomer to this line of work, I'm struck by how often people work so hard to accumulate political capital and are so stingy about spending it. But it's the spending of political capital that actually moves things forward. And that is what John Lewis has been doing for a very, very long time. I want to tell you, as a citizen, as much as your governor, that I have observed that we are all hungry for moral leadership. Moral leadership. And that's what John has been for me personally, and for millions of people around the country and around the world. And so for what he has stood for what he has done, for what he has said, for the example he has set, for the life he has lived, and for the moral leadership he has offered time and time again, it's my great honor and pleasure to present to John Lewis the W.E.B. Du Bois Medal.
John Lewis has never rested in the fight for equal opportunity and social justice for all Americans, regardless of creed or color. It's with the greatest respect and reverence that we present you with the W.E.B. Du Bois Medal.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Madam President, members of the Harvard community, and to all of my fellow honorees. I feel more than lucky but very blessed to be standing here. The only thing I tried to do, I just tried to help out. That's all. When I was growing up in rural Alabama and saw those signs that said white men, white women, colored women, I didn't like them. And my parents told me when I would ask questions, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. I got in trouble. Good trouble, necessary trouble. So, Skip, you two wonderful brothers, thank you. I'm honored and very pleased, and I accept this honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Paul. Well done.